Taoism is the art of universal love. Chapter 1. Taoism in life. Qigong/Taoism. The Chinese do Tai Chi and Qigong, which are art forms of the body and mind. We in the West don't seem to realize how vital our bodies are to the enjoyment of life as the instrument through which we experience our lives. The Tao has 3 treasures. Hold and keep them always. The first is universal love. The next is not to be wasteful. The third is humility. Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching. Taoism/flow/wu wei/intuition is effortless effort. Around 600 BC, Lao Tzu founded Tao as expressed through his book Tao Te Ching, Book of Living by the Laws of Nature, the belief that life is action with a contemplative state of mind where learning and wisdom should lead to peace and contentment, a detachment from an excessive desire for material things or for the things of the world. His famous quote was, "Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity. Reduce selfishness. Have few desires." He believed in the spirit of life over philosophical rules. Taoism is an early philosophy developed in China with the ideals of living a full life happily and freely. It's based on the concept of I Ching, which is to unite both the yin and yang within yourself, to be androgynous and unite with your partner such that your yin-yang as a couple, male and female essences, come together to form a happy glorious whole. The major concept is not to look at life nor the world as neatly defined categories like either good or bad. Rather look at it as a flow with everything happening together without clear borders. The truth is that there are no absolute good or bad people or absolute personality characteristics, because we always live in a flow of the good and bad, the extrovert, introverted, the strong and weak within ourselves together side by side. So we shouldn't try to fragment our lives and separate our so-called good side from the bad. Rather we should live them out both together as we feel them and experience them. In nature, the mountains, the trees, the oceans don't live as isolated entities. They're all interrelated and interactive, which is the way you are as a unit and the way you are with the world. An offshoot of Taoism, Feng Shui, is the art of positioning the things in your environment, usually the furniture and things in your house or office, such that the space maintains its righteous integrity of the flow of life passing through it. Your body is a unit of flowing energy. When the natural rhythm is blocked, the qi flow is disrupted and you get sick. You have to keep qi moving, get your balance back through movement and deep breathing in order to live a happy, healthy life. The way you see the world and what you project onto it is really the way you feel inside. If you're a critic, always putting down something in the world, it means that you're miserable about your life, because all you're doing is projecting your true feelings onto an external thing, often without realizing it. But it's generally true. The way you treat other people and the world in general is the way you really are underneath your blinders and delusions. The soul of Taoism is to be present in the moment without delusions, live joyfully, free in spirit, and you'll create your own luck, the luck that lives inside of you when you live by flow. Combine health, vigor, and youthful looks with the wisdom of life's experience. Enjoy your life. Who you are on the inside and how you project it onto the world always comes right back to you by the law of karma and the general law of life. You reap what you sow. You should simply try to live by the flow within you and aspire to transcendent experiences through soulful pursuits, which is the central theme of a free spirit's search for enlightenment. Everything comes down to balance, to know when you're not living in harmony with yourself, and to experiment with life to find out what it takes to reach your particular sense of centered balance, and do it constantly day after day to stay there forever. Find your flow and live by it. Your life flow should be more like music than discrete adjectives with performance objectives and an agenda of things to do. Relax, enjoy your life, don't compartmentalize it, live it all as one big flow of beauty, peace, and love of whatever you like in the world. The purpose of life is to merge into one unified flow of self-acceptance, self-love, love of the world, love of life, and pass it on to whoever you feel inclined to share it with. Develop the ability to live like this in the midst of your worst, most stressful tragedies, and you win the game of life. Be an optimist who believes in the unlimited power of human potential. The 3 treasures of Taoism are Qing, sexual and physical energy; Qi, breath and vital energy; Shen, spiritual and mental energy. The intent is to live a balanced life freely and calmly, to be a positive force both to yourself and to the world at large. Qigong, the breathing part of Taoism, is an ancient form of Chinese medicine which focuses on the fundamental life force that permeates all things. It is like acupuncture in that it unblocks and revitalizes the energy meridians of the body. Qi is the fundamental life force that permeates all things. Qi connects and animates everything in the universe. When the flow of Qi is impaired, we have a disease. When it flows easily, we have perfect health. Qigong is the technique of using breath, exercise, mind, and meditation to purify, strengthen and circulate the blood and Qi. Calmness in a self-disciplined mind is the vital force of Qigong. Imbalances come from environmental, physical, chemical, biological, and psychological forces. One must watch all those bad forces in order to keep the inner strength high. This healing art also makes use of herbal remedies. Some practitioners have put together specific formulas for diseases like AIDS, cancer, allergies, etc. Qigong is the precursor from which the martial arts evolved. Exercise or movement frees the mind from all thoughts except those at hand. It forces the mind to focus on the motion, hence, the person is controlling breathing and movement with a form of meditation, so it is a very soothing and centering thing if done properly. Whereas we in the West might go to a gym at lunch hour, I've seen groups of all different kinds of people in China, i.e., young, old, men, women, all gathered together at parks to go through a Qigong routine sometimes called Tai Chi. It's very basic and not strenuous by Western standards. The movements are simple stretching, bending and twisting motions culminating with both air punches and jumping jacks, and that's it. In martial arts, they're called forms. In Qigong, it's like a dance, they move around in fluid motion balancing themselves. The philosophy of Qigong is to do good to help those in need, gather the Qi of different areas so you can understand the world and become a better master, and you must pass on what you have learned, and in doing so, make friends as you go along. I found a few books on Taoism at number 128 of the library or BD 431 and a book on Taoist love at number 612.6. You might find books about Qigong at number 613.71 or number 615.82 at the library. The Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. Existence is beyond the power of words. To define terms may be used, but are none of them absolute. In the beginning of heaven and earth there were no words. Words came out of the womb of matter. And whether a man dispassionately sees to the core of life, or passionately sees the surface, the core and the surface are essentially the same. Words making them seem different only to express appearance. If name be needed, wonder names them both. From wonder into wonder, existence opens. Lao Tzu. The Tao Te Ching was written in China about 2,500 years ago. It is the basis for Taoism philosophy. It means Tao, the way, Te, strength/virtue, and Ching, scripture. The rhythm of life is the action of complementary principles yin, female, intuitive, and yang, male, creative action. Here are some notes from Tao. Be dutiful, resolute, firm in purpose. Be genuinely selfless in the service of others. Your thoughts and speech determine your actions. Your innermost thoughts are your intentions. Be careful what you say. People judge you based on that. Nurturing healthy, righteous thoughts create intentions and action. Take command of your thoughts and motivations. A state of harmony is a balance of yin and yang in body and mind. You know beauty and goodness partially because you know ugliness and evil. Run away from the negative. Focus on the positive. Find your own nature. Help others find their nature. Don't openly try to enlighten others because many people are egomaniacs who think they're really smart, so they destroy wise people because they say, "Who do you think you are, smarter than me?" Primal virtue leads toward the great oneness. All roads of enlightenment lead to discovery of your true nature, then living by what is good within you. 3 treasures are mercy, economy. Daring not to be ahead of others, humility. A good soldier is not violent. A good fighter is not angry. A good winner is not vengeful. A good employer is humble. This is the virtue of not striving. This is the ability to deal with people. The good soldier doesn't make the first move but is ready just in case the enemy attacks. Live simply. Have disciplined actions. The sage wears rough clothing and holds the jewel in his heart. Knowing ignorance is strength. Ignoring knowledge is sickness. If one is sick of sickness, then one is not sick. The sage is not sick because he is sick of sickness. When men lack a sense of awe, there will be disaster. If you don't want trouble, stay away from boring people. The sage knows himself but makes no show. Has self-respect but is not arrogant. A brave, good man will always preserve life. The people starve because the rulers eat up the money in taxes. The rulers interfere too much. The world is ruled by an evil empire. A man is born gentle and weak and becomes hard and stiff. The stiff and unbending is the disciple of death. Flexibility is a good life. The soft and weak will overcome. The Tao of heaven is like the bending of a bow. The Tao is to take from those who have too much and give to those who do not have enough. Man's way is to take from those who do not have enough and give to those who already have too much. The greedy get greedier. Only the man of Tao works quietly to help others. The sage keeps his word but doesn't seek revenge on those who break their word with him or her. A man of virtue performs his part. A man without virtue requires others to fulfill their obligations. The Tao of heaven stays with good men all the time. Their food is plain and good, their clothes fine but simple, their homes secure. They are happy in their ways. Though they live within sight of their neighbors, they leave each other in peace while they grow old and die. Good men do not argue. Those who argue are not good. The sage never tries to store things up. The more he does for others, the more he has. The more he gives to others, the greater his abundance. The Tao of the sage is work without effort. The Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu websites for the free ebook. Find free versions at with.org, World Headquarters of Tao. with.org/Tao_Te_Ching_and.pdf. blindhypnosis.com/Tao-Te-Ching-PDF-Lao-Tzu.html. symsy03.stanford.edu/Tao_Te_Ching_Lao_Tzu.pdf. theanerced.com/free-ebook/the-Tao-Te-Ching-by-Lao. ebookskart.com/Tao-Te-Ching-by-Lao-Tzu-PDF-0. hermetica.info/laozi.pdf PDF file. tierbest.hu/English/TAO/dep.pdf PDF file. sacred.texts.com/TAO/TAO-te.htm. Tao websites. cad.ukla.edu/iching. eastwestchi.com. hci-online.com, 800-441-5569, books. healerwithin.com. healthy.net/Qigong Institute. innertraditions.com, books. nqa.org, National Qigong Association. qigong-chikung.com. qigonginstitute.org. sbcom.edu, Santa Barbara College of Oriental Medicine. whitetigress.net. wugproductions.com. Qigong School. POG 19708. Boulder, Colorado 80308. 303-442-3131. East-West Academy of Healing Arts. Number 2104. 450 Sutter St. SF California 94108. 415-788-2227. Emperor's College of Oriental Medicine. 1807, Wilshire Boulevard, SM California 90403. 310-453-8300. Healing Tao Center. POB 1194. Huntington, New York 11743. 516-368-6828. Chapter 2. Taoist in Romance. Taoist Love. If a man wishes to live a long and healthy life, he must learn how to love and how to treasure his sperm. Also learn how to breathe and to relax. And how to eat correctly. Peng Tsu, Yu Fang Chi Tao. The Queen Mother of the West. Who has no husband but many healthy men. Using neither rouge nor powder. She keeps herself healthy, young, and beautiful. What secret has she got? Her secret is that of the Tao. She eats very sparingly but loves very frequently. She plays a lute. And lets no trivia disturb her peace and harmony. Yu Fan Pai Chu, Ancient Chinese Text, Author Unknown. You can't love others until you love yourself both physically and spiritually. Cornerstone of Tao Love Philosophy. Tao is a Chinese word that means communion with the universe. It is based on the harmony between the female, passive energy of yin and the male, active energy of yang. They unite to form a unit. The book The Chinese Art of Taoist Love was written around 2,500 years ago. There are lots of illustrations in it regarding some of the sexual positions Chinese couples engaged in during that era in a culture that on face seems so different from ours, but when you look at the pictures, you realize they're no different from us when it comes to sex. In fact, pretty creative for those days of limited exposure to knowledge way back when. The crux of Taoism is that life and love are ongoing mysteries with no real answers. You just live and learn. There's no real goal or end destination. You just do whatever you feel right about in the moment. Taoism teaches that sex is necessary for the physical and spiritual well-being of people. The foundation of sex is a sharing of the yin and yang, the female, water, receptive calm energy with the masculine, fiery, active, stimulating energy. The male unites with the female, but each are a mix of both of these essences in order to be good lovers. Think of yin, feminine, water, as an energy that flows downward from the head to the genitals. Think of yang, masculine, fire, as an energy that flows upwards from the genitals up to the head.